Explosions, drifts, million-dollar machines flying through the sky. Some people collect supercars, others destroy them for fun on camera. Welcome to the world of high-stakes Hollywood stunts, where filmmakers burn millions of dollars just to create a few seconds of adrenaline-fueled magic. Today we're diving into the most insane, expensive, and outrageous car stunts ever filmed, from skyscraper jumps in Dubai to real tanks mowing down traffic. These are not CGI, not models. Real cars, real wrecks, real money. Buckle up. You're about to witness what happens when cinema meets madness. Fast and Furious 7. Like in Hypersport, skyscraper jump, $3.4 million destroyed in Fast and Furious 7. Dom Toretto takes things to the next level. One of the film's wildest moments shows a car flying out of one skyscraper in Abu Dhabi and crashing through the windows of another. They used the Lykan Hypersport, a $3.4 million hypercar built by W Motors. Only 7 were ever made, with 780 horsepower and diamond-studded headlights. This wasn't your average movie prop, even though some shots used replicas. At least one real, Lykan was permanently damaged during filming, because when Fast and Furious does a stunt, it has to be real. Spectre, James Bond's Aston Martin DB10, $3.5 million in total. In Spectre, James Bond drives a car no one else ever has. Aston Martin built 10 DB10 prototypes just for the film, each worth around $350,000. These were never sold to the public. They were made to crash beautifully during production. 7 of the 10 cars were wrecked in chase scenes, especially during the high-speed pursuit in Rome. The destruction added up to more than $3.5 million. But Bond doesn't just drive fast, he crashes in style. Mission Impossible Fallout, BMW M5 destruction, over $120,000 in damage. Tom Cruise does his own stunts in Mission Impossible Fallout. He drove a BMW M5 through the streets of Paris at full speed. No green screen, no stunt double. Real intersections were shut down. Real BMW M5s worth over $100,000 were scraped, dented, and totaled. The damage cost $120,000. But Cruise wanted every moment to feel real, because when you watch it, you can feel the danger. Need for Speed, Koenigsegg. Agera Mayhem, $2 million at risk. Need for Speed brought video game energy to the big screen. They used multiple Koenigsegg Ageras, each worth around $2 million. These weren't shells. They were real performance machines pushed to their limits. In one scene, a Koenigsegg even loses its door mid-drift. The production team tried to avoid damage, but with that kind of speed and intensity, some wrecks were unavoidable. This was one of the boldest decisions in movie car stunt history, and fans could tell the difference. Red Notice, Ferrari 250 GTO replica. Explosion, $50,000 blown up in red. Notice a Ferrari 250 GTO explodes in a massive fireball. The real version of this car once sold for $70 million. Of course, they didn't destroy a real one, but they did build a replica that cost nearly $50,000. It used real Ferrari parts and details, designed to look exactly like the original, and then they blew it up, all for one scene. Painful to watch, but unforgettable on screen. The Furious 6, tank scene, annihilation, over $1.1 million in damage. Furious 6 features a wild highway chase with a real military tank. No CGI, just metal-crushing metal. Over 250 vehicles were destroyed during filming. Some were flipped into the air, others flattened under the tank. The total cost of destruction was over $1.1 million. Director Justin Lin called it one of the most insane scenes he's ever directed. And for fans, it was absolute chaos in the best way. The Dark Knight, Lamborghini Murcielago crushed, $400,000 gone in The Dark Knight. Bruce Wayne drives a Lamborghini Murcielago worth over $400,000, and then he crashes it into a garbage truck to save a life. No replicas, no edits, just a real Lamborghini totaled in one shot. Because director Christopher Nolan wanted it to feel authentic. For Bruce Wayne, it was just another sacrifice. For us, it was a heartbreaking moment. Tenet, Time reversed car chase. $800,000 in real costs. In Tenet, Christopher Nolan once again avoided CGI. He filmed a car chase with time moving both forward and backward. Real BMWs, Audis, and SUVs were used. Real flips filmed twice to show reverse motion. One car was flipped forward, then again in reverse to match the time inversion effect. The cost of vehicles and logistics added up to over $800,000. But the result was one of the most visually unique car chases in film history. So what did we learn? Some directors use green screens. Others destroy real supercars without thinking twice. These weren't just stunts. They were cinematic madness, real risk, real money, real destruction. Would you crash a rare car for 10 seconds of film magic? Would you drift a $2 million hypercar just to get the perfect shot? Tell us in the comments, and if you love cars, chaos, and cinematic explosions, subscribe to Rich Rides for more videos like this. Until next time, drive safe unless you're in a Hollywood movie.